Bitch, how the hell are you? I'm here to give you your Dramageddon video. This seems to be Dramageddon 4. Let's get into this. So just know that these are general collective readings. Usually how some of these readings happen is that a lot of times it does not come in fruition immediately. Sometimes it takes a few weeks. I've noticed it takes a few months at times, and then everything just kind of comes out all at once. So just so you have an idea how these readings go. Of course, make sure to check the sun, moon, and rising. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to this video, and make sure you comment down below. If the reading resonates, you like what the hell is coming out of my mouth. And if you'd like to book a personal tarot reading, in the description box below is a link to my Instagram channel. You can check out my pricing and DM me directly to book a tarot reading. So first, let me go ahead and lay out some cards for Trisha Paytas. We'll go ahead and do that real quick. And what's going to come in fruition because of this. Actually, you know what? Let me do this. Let me go ahead and just spread out the overall Dramageddon. Let's do that. Let's spread out 1, 2, 3. That's coming up. Dramageddon. Okay. Alrighty then. I've got the 2 of Swords here, Libra energy, followed by the King of Swords, Aquarius energy, followed by the 6 of Swords. So we've got a lot of air signs, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius happening, followed by the Judgment card, Scorpio energy, followed by the Scorpio card again, the Tower card reverse. Let's go ahead and see what is going on. We have the 3 of Swords reverse. We have the 5 of Swords reverse. Fucking A. One more. Okay. And I will take the final 2. So I have the Temperance card reverse, Sagittarius energy, followed by the Knight of Pentacles reverse. This is Capricorn energy. The bottom of the deck, the overall energy, I do have the 3 of Wands reverse. This is fire energy. This is moving on to bigger and better things. This is once you've... It's like when you don't realize that you're in a toxic or narcissistic relationship. It's very trauma bonding, and you don't realize that you're in the thick of it. And then once you get out of the thick of it, and then once you see the light, then it's just kind of, you have that epiphany of your aha moment. And then you decide to move on to do bigger and better things. You don't continue to repeat the toxic patterns. This is somebody that's evolving. And I do feel like this is Trisha Paytas that is evolving. She is evolving to bigger and better things, and I did not expect this from her. And girl, I'm proud of you, okay? So she is moving on to bigger and better things. She's dodged a bullet because it's followed by the World card. So this is closure. Like she's ending this chapter. She is not going to go back. She's not going to continue to be friends with Shane or Jeffrey, any of that crew. She is not going to. She has made her peace. She's broken ties, and she's moving on to bigger and better things. She's ironic. It's very interesting because this time around, usually it feels like Trisha would be just like, let me go ahead, and even though she has been hammering on this, but it hasn't been as vicious or with teeth or with fangs and things like that, right? It feels like this time around, it's more constructive criticism. It's always interesting when for decades or years, people will tell you, you know, you are who you associate with. You are who you associate with. These people are dragging you down. They're ruining your reputation, and you don't see it until they've done you wrong. It's kind of interesting when it's interesting how there's been multiple sources, and it's very well documented how somebody is this way. But of course, at the time, Trisha enabled these people, and now she's realizing that she's an enabler and she can't partake in this anymore. So this is very interesting. We have a bunch of swords energy. I do have a feeling that Tati Westbrook will come in later on and say her name, speak her word, seal the deal. She's going to give like the kiss of death in this association, because it starts off with the Two of Swords here. The Two of Swords, this is either, okay, so for a while, Trisha was definitely struggling with this. This is as well as Tati as well. They were struggling on whether they should come out and speak on behalf of their story. So it did James. I do feel like eventually James Charles may come in. I know he's made a tweet about it, but I do feel he'll go into more detail about it, but he won't name them. You know what I mean? So he's not going, he's not going to break some sort of non-disclosure, but he's going to confirm a lot of things without directly naming them directly, if that makes any sense. This is somebody making a choice and then somebody going after legal. So there is some sort of lawsuit. It would not surprise me if Tati does have multiple lawsuits. I know she is currently with one without a crystal ball. KJ, as we call her. It feels like there's going to be more. It feels like there's going to be another lawsuit. It would not surprise me if it's more than one drama channel or commentary channel. I will just leave it at that. It would not surprise me if James and or Tati go after Shane and possibly Jeffrey. They've been planning this for a while. They've been sitting back, waiting for more shit to hit the fan. And then once things have been confirmed and more key players have spoken out, then they have enough documentation, enough proof to go after these people legally. Because it's so hard when you're like a public figure to say, somebody is ruining my name, somebody is defaming me, and it's affecting my business, it's affecting my assets, it's affecting my reputation. And there has to be a lot of documented proof, like with money and sales and a whole bunch of other things. And I think she's going to gather that information, James or whomever, and they're going to go ahead and dive into another lawsuit. This is somebody, it feels like they've said their piece. This is somebody cutting cords. This is nothing personal, it's just business. With the Six of Swords, this is moving on to bigger and better things. This was moving on from a very traumatic and painful situation. Now, with the Judgment card, this is Scorpio energy, so this is very interesting. So we have a rebirth, we have a transformation. I do see, because it does feel like it's multiple people involved, because it's more than one. So one, I do see like Trisha having a transformation. She's starting to realize that, you know what, I used to be a troll for the longest time, and I'm going to throw age around, because if people are going to start throwing age around and be ages, this is not me like accusing. I'm much older than her, so I just want to make that clear. But when you're an adult, so you're in your 30s, your mid 30s at this point, and you're having a realization is like, you know what, being a troll in my 20s and everything, like in my teens or my 20s, that was fun, and I had some good times. I made a quick buck off of it for time and time, but you know what, it's not who I am. I don't want this to define my life. And I know what that's like. There was years ago, in fact, it feels kind of funny. In my 30s, I felt like there was, I felt like a troll, and there was a lot of anger and just self-loathing and things like that. and just making stupid jokes. And it comes to the point where it's just like, you know what? I don't like this about myself. At this time I felt like I was edgy or cool, but that's not who I am, and I think she's coming to the realization that she does not want to be a troll for the rest of her life. And she wants to be more than that. She does not want to be defined by shallow or clicky things. There's more than just materialistic things. There's more than just name brands like Gucci or Louis Vuitton. There's a lot more than that. And I think it's not only just her. Tati is going to have a redemption. I do feel like one or two other people will have their own redemptions, people that they've thrown under the bus. This could also be like Manny MUA, Laura Lee, those kind of things. But I do see redemption. This is a rebirth. I am seeing somebody rebranding themselves. Here's what I see. This is going to be the Tower card reverse. This is Scorpio energy. So there's one side of group, there's one small group that has a rebirth because they take accountability, they take ownership. They're just about wanting to stay in their lane and live their life, and it's not about dragging people down. And then we have somebody, this is what happens when you become toxic. This is what happens when you focus on the numbers or followers or subscribers or how many pallets you're going to sell. When it becomes, when you stop losing the connection with why you did the things that you enjoy to do. So for an example, with a lot of these YouTubers, like they, back when they first started, like before they got the 1,000 subscribers, they did it because they loved it. They enjoy the connection that they have with people on this platform, and they like the work. And it comes to a certain point, and I think this is, all YouTubers are guilty of this, but you start focusing on numbers and ad revenue. And when am I going to push this merch or whatever the case may be? And you start losing your purpose. And I think especially what happens in 2021, it's going to be a revolution. It is going to be a cleansing. Shitty people are going to wash away. And that's what's happening here. These people cannot rebuild their foundation. Because when your foundation is shit to begin with, you can't rebuild shit. It's just gross and messy. So it has to be a good solid foundation. And when it's all about deception and lies and it's about filling your ego, it's like, do you want to be happy or do you want to be right? And it's what happens when you focus on the bad. I do feel like there are going to be certain YouTubers that will not have a platform anymore, or they're going to lose. The reputation is going to be ruined. The Three of Swords here, reverse. There's no coming back from this. There are 2 threes here. Okay. This is about career. And there's more than one person that are brokenhearted. Because I do feel like a lot of these people did have a real connection with more than one of these people. Like, for example, Trisha Paytas, she was friends with Shane Dawson for over a decade. So, there was times where both of them were vulnerable. And I want to make it very clear that I'm sure at times Shane was a good friend to Trisha. At times. But clearly, it has to be an equal balance. And clearly, that wasn't the case in this friendship. It's just hard. It's just a lot of disappointment and a lot of tears. The Five of Swords reversed. This is betrayal. Okay, this is full-on betrayal. This is more than one person is going to break their NDA. It would not surprise me if an ex-lover or soon-to-be ex-lover of a influencer is going to speak out and break their, like, I don't care about my NDA. Like, I don't care. I have nothing. So go ahead and sue me. I have nothing. Like, go ahead and make me bankrupt, bitch. Like, I really don't care. This is somebody that's going to be breaking an NDA. There's going to be more than multiple people. It's like rats jumping off a sinking ship, and they're selling you out. Like, they're going to be selling their story to Business Insider. This is multiple people, like, just spilling the beans, and like, this is ultimate betrayal. Like, this is the rats jumping off the sinking ship of the Titanic, and people just stabbing you in the back before they can, before the reputation is ruined. There's not going to be no business opportunities, no beginnings, no growth. And where it comes down to is with the Temperance card reverse. Because this is all about ego. This is all about learning to love and validating yourself. This is about your self-worth. This is about self-respect, respecting others, respecting yourself and respecting others. This is the complete opposite. This is somebody with little to no self-esteem. This is somebody with extreme insecurity issues. This is somebody that has to double cross people in order for them to get to their agenda. They're an emotional cripple, and they have like childlike instant reactions. So for an example, instead of like having like a civil conversation, they'll just start automatically name calling or body shaming or gaslighting you by weaponizing your insecurities and throwing it in your face. And that's really, it's that type of mentality. And that's why this person or more than one person will never evolve. That's why shit is going to hit the fan for them. And it's more than one person. I want to make that clear. It's more than one person that's going down on this sinking fucking ship. And it's really because it's all about selfishness and greed. That's really the tea. So I'm Lori Gemini Tarot. Hopefully this reading resonates. Comments down below. I will see you guys shortly. Mahalo.